Aloha! Let's look at the futures markets for May 16th, 2021, 10:56 p.m. Hawaiian Standard Time. Well, we are going to look at WTI Crude Oil Futures first because that's what I was looking at. You can see we're in a bit of a doji action here. Let's dial it in a little bit. Now this is a 15-minute chart. This is an hourly chart. This is a daily chart, and this is a weekly chart. So this is the same chart that we just looked at over here. However, this is on a 6-month timeline, and I think this one is on 3 months. 3 months. So when we look at the daily, we see that there's not a lot of movement there. And the price that it's trading at is right around the price that it opened. Not a lot of movement. What might that indicate? It might indicate a change in direction. Let's look at our volume. Our volume is super weak down here, possibly indicating a indecision, change of direction. Let's look at the Heikin-Ashi charts. Heikin-Ashi, I think, is average pace in Japanese. Now this is set up to in 12-hour increments. So one of these candles is an average of the last 12 hours, basically. You can check the textbook definition, see if I got that wrong, but Heikin-Ashi candle is a little bit different. It's going to be blending time periods together. Now we see, okay, we had a sell-off here. See how there was this kind of doji-looking candle, indecision, indicated that there might be a change in direction or more to the sell-off, but it was actually a change in direction. We had a pretty wide candle here. This one got a little bit tighter together, and this one we see is even tighter. So something is getting ready to happen. We're not exactly sure what. Is it going to be more of a pullback, or is it going to push up against somewhere in this resistance area? Based on the hourly chart, it looks as if we hit some 66 up here. The 15-minute basically looks to be doing a bit of a sideways shuffle there, and hourly a little bit sideways too. Thus we're getting this sideways momentum. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. Let me look at this one more time. Sell off or go forward or sell up. I'm not really sure right now, and that's one of the beauties why I particularly love selling options, because I don't have to be exactly right. When you're doing a directional trade, you have to be right. If you're buying here, it has to go up in order for you to profit. If you sold here, you thought it was coming up and it was going to test this was going to be resistance, you thought it was going to keep selling off. If you sold, it didn't go down, you lost money. But when you sell options, depending on where you sell them at, you can give yourself some wiggle room. So I look forward to seeing what happens when I wake up in the morning, checking these charts. Let's look at the S&P E-mini futures. S&P, sort of similar. We got this doji type action going on in the S&P. You see it went up here to this kind of like a fake breakout. Failure, came down, lots of selling. And you notice this candle right here is significantly wider than this one. The body is basically engulfs both of these. So sometimes what might happen is that when these candles, when the move starts, either up or down. If it starts with a smaller candles, it might end with a big one. Or if it starts with a big one, it could end with a smaller one. That's relatively still pretty big, but we'll see what's going to happen. Is this coming down? Does it bounce off the 50-day moving average, come up here, test this, and go turn around to go lower? Yeah, we will have to wait and see. My big predicament though in 2021, which I absolutely could be wrong, but my guess is that we are going to, in 2021, we're going to break this. I don't know if it's going to be now, but I'm thinking, I don't know how high it's going to go, but I think it's going to go higher than this. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. Could I be right? Possibly. When? I don't know. Let's look at gold. Gold is creeping up towards this 200-day moving average. Let's look to the left. All right, we see we got a little bit of a possible resistance there. It looks like maybe it's breaking that right here. We got lots of stuff going on here, so it'll be interesting to see what happens when it reaches up here. Is it going to break through here? Because if it can break and hold above this area for a little while, then it's like the next spot is going to be considerably higher up there. If we go back in time more, we're gonna. I think we were at $2,000. Yep. Okay. So if we can break above this area, this 200-day moving average, and it holds, then this is kind of the next area it needs to break through as it moves up towards this 200 or 2000. I think that that's going to happen. I don't know when, but I do think it's going to happen. And it might not be, maybe it won't be in 2021. I don't know. But I think sooner or later, gold is going to be in the $2,000 range again and probably stay in that range. Let's look at silver. Silver, okay, what's going on? We want to see if it's going to break this 28. We see it touched 28, but the sellers came in, brought it down. Buyers came in here, wasn't enough, sold off. A little bit of a doji, and buying has just came in. So we're in a tight range here at the moment, kind of between here and here, and it's been moving up. So I'm guessing the same with silver, that it's going to be moving up. It's not going to go in a straight line, but overall I think it's going to keep moving up as it has for several years if you look back. And I had mentioned that we want to look at Bitcoin. All right, what's going on with Bitcoin? We were topping up here, hitting some tops. Okay, we had a record high, sold off a little bit, a record high, sold off a little bit, but following, kind of forming this and following this 50-day moving average. More buying coming in, buyers pushing up to here, and looks like right around, barely under 65,000. Big candle that sold off. More selling came in, some buyers. And once we got up around here, testing this area, looks like, you know, this kind of area right in here, the 60,000-ish area, high 50,000s, low 60,000s. Now we're selling off, and if we look back to the left, what might it sell off to? Okay, we see we got something around here, that 45. We'll have to look at what's going to happen around on the 40,000-ish. And interesting here, see these long wicks here? Where is that at? That's around this 15,000. So if enough selling comes in, then it's possible that we might see Bitcoin testing these really low lows again. Do I think that's going to happen? No, I'm just looking at these charts and talking about what these charts show me. But where might be some support? Okay, we got buyers coming in here, and just around this area. Well, you know, right here, possibly. You know, possibly. We'll see. Let's keep watching and see. While we are looking at this, let's take a look at how the weekly charts have been forming on Bitcoin. Quite a tight sideways range here for a bit until we have lots of selling off here. So this is beginning of this candle for this week on the weekly chart. So it'll be interesting to watch and see what happens. What are you trading? Are you trading anything at all? What are you investing in? What are you investing in? Are you investing in anything at all? If you have some experience and you're doing fantastic, that's wonderful. Then if you have experience, you're doing wonderful, you don't need any particular help, but you might want to see how possibly we could partner up and do some sort of joint venture, or potentially bring some sort of new product to the market, then hit me up. If you don't really know what you're doing when it comes to trading and investing, and you like the idea of having someone like me help you look at different aspects of your life and have you look at some potential strategies that coincide and fit easy into your life, then contact me. And the reason why that's so important is that no matter how much money you could make in something, if you won't do this activity under a certain amount of stress, you won't do it. I'm going to give you an example. This is the worst example I could possibly think of. Let's say you were doing some sort of business activity. And let's also say you were a mother or a father. And let's say you had a 2-year-old baby. You know, I know it's terrible twos, but they're so cute at that age too, right? So let's say you accidentally ran over and killed your 2-year-old baby. I can't think of much worse that could happen to somebody in their life than killing their own 2-year-old baby. So let's say that happened to you. What activities in your life do you think that you would quickly lose interest in doing because of the level of stress that you're going through? Would going out to see the newest movie fall off your plate pretty quickly? Maybe you would do it for diversion. I don't know, everybody's different. But for some people, they would have no desire to go watch movies. They'd have no desire to go out to parties and drink with their friends and play happy face, act like nothing's wrong. There would be certain things that you as an individual, that level of stress would be too high, and you would just stop doing a lot of other activities until that level of stress came down. So what we want to do is we want to look at what your life is like. And we want to figure out ways that you can implement these different strategies for trading and investing into your life that will be easy to continue under stress. They will not fall away. So if you want some help with that, figuring that out, and not only figuring out what those strategies are or all the different aspects to it and how to implement it into your life, then contact me, hit me up, let's have a conversation. Let's see how I can help you. So if you think I can help you with your trading and investing, contact me. If you think that there's a way that we can partner up and do some sort of joint venture or bring some sort of new product to market, then hit me up. You guys have a fantastic night, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.